I'm Matt Kempf. I'll be doing week 3 project, and it is September 12th. To summarize the process of preparing the work, including draw filing and polishing techniques that I used. I didn't do any draw filing or any filing. I took rather good care of the barrel when throughout the whole lab, but I did use a 320 grit sandpaper to get any kind of small nicks type thing. There wasn't anything deep. And I polished that lengthways from breech to muzzle, and that seemed to work. I even went through and did a 500 grit just to even smooth it out a little bit more to get some of those raised portions of the etched lettering. So I did that, and then I went over with a paper towel with some isopropyl alcohol to get some of the fine filings off, just to kind of clean it off. Did I find any steps in the process particularly difficult, and how did I overcome those challenges? Nothing was very difficult, just weighed very heavy on trust. The first couple coats, I'm sure, is pretty common and nerve-wracking for everyone. They see how streaky it is and how uneven and everything else with the browning solution, so I just stuck with it. I said, well, I hope this gets better after the 10th coat. So I just kind of stuck with it. And I did notice that if I did have a puddling of the browning solution, there would be a darker or more prominent rust spot. So what I did with that is got a little bit of the browning solution on the cotton swab, brushed over it, and I noticed it kind of faded away. Let it dry up real quick, and then went back over the still wool. That seemed to get rid of any of those portions that seemed to have a little bit deeper browning or rusting. Summarize how you completed the coating and curing process given your own workspace. I'm lucky enough to have a shop. I call it a shop. It's more of a garden shed we turned into a shop. Here in my backyard. So my workspace is isolated from anybody and kids and that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty fortunate to have a space like this in order to do this, where I can have just dedicated time and a door that I can lock or close to keep my kids out, who seem to keep interrupting me during these videos. So I'm very fortunate to be able to do this where I am. So my workspace is very generous for that type of stuff. And that's what I have for week 3.